That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking you here.
That's the interesting part. That's what I'm saying, that there are things that I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know you're sure, but I'm just saying.
I guess that's part of the experiment.
I didn't know men like to gossip like this, so hey, this is serious. Fam, BBNaija Season 10 is not just a show. It's a live MBA in strategy and brand positioning. Today's hot gist, which I'm sure you would already have been hearing in several places, is spoons going missing. I mean spoons, shibi spoons. Housemates are eating with their bare hands. Rumors flying and Kola being exposed. But as always, behind every petty drama, there's a lesson in branding and human behavior. So grab your popcorn because we're about to unpack the madness and the meaning behind the madness. So let's start with one of the most ridiculous yet revealing dramas. Imisi is angry with Thelma, and instead of facing her directly, she decides to hide spoons, meaning housemates had to eat with their bare hands. Petty? Yes. Strategic? Also yes. Faith even jumps in, took the spoons from her bag, and tried to stash them away in the cupboard, her bag, using pallets of drinks as camouflage. But here's the lesson. In life and business, when you can't confront an issue head on, you end up playing shadow games that only escalate tension. Now, Imisi didn't address Thelma, so the issue spread into the entire house. Like everybody's suffering for whatever crime in quote she feels Thelma has committed towards her. And the same thing happens in business. If you don't face your weak spot, it will expose itself. Now, I give kudos to Faith. He actually took an action that every other person, for many reasons, obvious reasons, refused to do. And I really respect him for that. Right? Now, of course, there's so many other issues surrounding that spoon thing, because remember in the past, Faith and Imisi had an issue over kerosene at the time. So if you check my channel, you will see the video about the face-off Faith and Imisi had over kerosene. Yes, kerosene. As petty as that sounds, it's the reality of the BBNaija house. Now, whether true or false in terms of whatever side anyone wants to put themselves, here's the point. In the house, gossip is currency. Like, I used to think only women gossip, but I feel now that men are even greater gossips. Now, I may be wrong, but please drop your comments, and you could clear my doubts if you think what I'm saying is not true. But both male and female gossip at the same level. And in BBNaija house, gossip is like top of the game. The ladies are gossiping, the guys are gossiping and spreading narratives about each other in different ways and any way possible. And these gossips have a way of shifting power and shifting the perception we as fans or viewers have of each of the housemates. But fans also see through it. However, we have the fan base of each of the housemates, and anybody can tend to interpret whatever they see on air for whatever reason they feel is most comfortable for them. But one thing I'll tell you now is that if your brand is built on gossip, you may trend today but crash tomorrow. And then here comes Kulture, who gets accused of spreading rumors about Tracy and Zita. Now, Tracy confronts him, but instead of clear answers, he says, I don't owe anyone any explanation. Yet, he still tries to explain himself. Lesson is, when you don't control your narrative, someone else will. Half-truths ruin trust faster than outright lies. Now, Tracy takes the gist back to Zita. Zita, calm, composed, says she doesn't care as long as she and Kulture are cordial, like, as long as there's no issue. You don't necessarily need to like everyone. And of course, we all know that in life, you can't like everybody and not everybody must like you. But personally, I feel Zita showed some level of maturity here, because someone else would have just blown off their top and gone to confront Kulture as well. Now, not every friendship has to be deep. Some just need to be civil. Meanwhile, Bright and Dede are in their own corner dissecting the issues happening in the house, especially related to Imisi. So Bright points out her past, like how she once messed up with Joanna's makeup during a fight. And it says Imisi has a pattern of mischief when she's upset. Of course, Dede tries to defend her, but fans see the truth. Your past brand behaviors will always be receipts that people will pull out when needed. And Imisi really needs to watch out for this behavior. I love her. I like how she behaves. She's very real, very blunt, doesn't form any airs, but she needs to take a hold of her emotions. I think it's getting the best of her. Now, Imisi is chilling on the massage chair while others are stressing over spoons and eating with their bare hands, and she doesn't even care. And this, in my opinion, is classic. When you avoid responsibility, you position yourself as the villain. Fans already are tagging her as nonchalant, and Kulture, he ran up to tell Imisi someone reported her to Big Brother. Fans are now branding him an instigator. Here's the plot twist. So Bright starts asking Kola some deep questions. Would you be friends with Imisi outside the house? Kola says no, but admits he's managing her in the house for, well, I would say survival, right? Putting it bluntly now. And Bright pushes further about Dede, and Kola reveals she's into him now, but she's scared because she has a man outside the room. Boom, bro, you have been exposed. And Bright is just digging for more and more information from you, and you're not looking good, Kola. You're not looking good with all these revelations you keep spinning, like you just can't even keep your mouth closed. I mean, it's not just good at all, and it's making him look like he just wants to tag himself with Dede for brand deals outside the house. Like, this is pure strategy, manipulation, gameplay, call it whatever you want, but every single person in the house is playing a game. Now, what's the lesson here? Interviews, conversations, and pressure moments are where the real brand truth leaks out. Bright played journalist, and Kola revealed himself as someone who might be playing to win endorsements rather than love. This puts a different twist to the entire saga that's been happening for the past weeks. So let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this with the big picture. Imisi, her brand is in danger. Pouting, hiding spoons may be entertaining, but it's also petty branding. And fans won't buy that for long term. Faith, well, I guess he's trying to do his best to still remain relevant. There's still another video where I'm going to share how he lost to school with Dede. We're coming back to that. Kulture, the classic instigator, makes you, he fuels narratives, but very rarely wins loyalty. Bright, on the other hand, is playing smart, asking questions, pulling receipts, exposing people in the brand world, and that's positioning yourself as the analyst. Now, Kola has been painted as the opportunist, tying himself to the hottest girl in the house for brand clout. It works short term, but fans may call it fake. Now, BBNaija is a masterclass in branding. Are you memorable for the right reasons or just loud in the moment? That's the difference between trending today and being relevant tomorrow. So fam, who do you think is the real instigator here? Bright with the smart questions or Kulture with the rumors? And do you think Kola is playing for love or just angling for endorsements? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's unpack this together. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications because this gist is only going to get hotter.